Macintosh Guide, and today we got another Switch video. Now you probably saw in the last video I had a OLED Switch I got, which was one of the cheapest ones on eBay. Now you saw that it came with no Joy-Cons. Why don't we fix that? So I went ahead and I purchased not just one, but two knockoff Joy-Cons. So why don't we have a look and then compare them with the real Joy-Cons and see how they fare. So let's move the OLED out of the way and let's get the first one out of the way. So you can tell it's packaged and we're getting it out of its packaging, and this is the green and blue Joy-Con. So it comes in a packaging. It's called JC Pad Left Right. So it has long bat / tree life. Don't know what that's supposed to, why it's like that. Dual shock. It has 6-axis gyro and it has wireless connection. And then there's a bunch of information about the left button, right button, J-Pad, compatible with all games, which has on its card case. Again, don't know what that means. Includes motion controls, built-in battery, can last about 20 hours. So yeah, it seems to apparently last more than 20 hours. Now it seems that the packaging was a bit weird, but let's have a look. Let's take it out. Let's get straight into getting these out. So there's nothing else in the box. So let's put the box on the side. Let's get this out of the way. It comes with the user manual and it talks about how you can use the controller, but we're not going to use this. And let's have a look. So this looks very similar to the originals. Now let me just go get a pair of the originals quickly. So I've got a pair of the original ones and the neon red and the blue, red and blue ones. These are original Nintendo controllers. You can tell it's got the Nintendo branding, etc. These are original. Now if we put them side to side and we get the fake ones out, or the knockoffs, or whatever they want to call them, let's just see how they fade. So, oops, sorry, struggling to get it out. So no branding here, but it looks pretty much just identical. If I get the right one, it looks very identical. Material more plasticky here, more, I mean it's plastic, but it's just different build quality. This one seems lighter than this one a bit, I think, from my opinion, but same size, everything seems to be the same. I think it just looks slightly smaller from my human eye, but I'm also blind, so yeah. And the front looks absolutely identical. This is more flat. This one actually has more of like a, it gives you a bit more of a, like you can feel it. You can feel it, that's the best way to say it. And then the sides look very identical. Absolutely identical. But yeah, it's very, you can't even tell if it's a fake or a real one, that's for sure. But I've heard that this does not work. The NFC thing doesn't work at all on this controller. And let's just get the second one out of the way as well. And let's get rid of the packaging. So again, second one, it just looks identical as hell. Now what happens when we plug these ones in to our Nintendo Switch? So we've got our OLED, so let's turn the OLED on and let's just get straight into plugging them in. Oh, that's weird. It actually even recognizes the color that we just put in. So it recognizes that we put the green one in. And it recognizes we put a blue one in. So that's very interesting. Yeah, it's working as it should be. Let's go into controllers. And they both come. So it says the right one's quite charged, but the left one isn't charged as much. But it comes up with the actual colors, which is crazy. I wouldn't have expected that to work. Now, what about if we try to update the controllers? Does it come up if we try to update the controllers? Controllers. Ah, update controllers options there. Let's try pressing it, see what happens. Updating controller. The connection with the controller has been lost. So I don't think you can update them because they're imitating, but that works. Now, one thing I want to try is how does it work when you disconnect it from the console. So let's put the console right there and let's change the camera angle view so you see a bit better. So let's disconnect the JoyCons from here and here. So the console's right there. This one seems quite disconnected. This one works, but I'm not sure if this is because this one doesn't have as much battery. It says right here that the right one is being registered, but I don't know if the left one has no battery. Is that probably why? Yeah, I don't think this has any battery left. I don't want to blame it on this, because this one's recognised and it works. So I think it's the battery on this one. It's just too low. But that seems to work absolutely fine, which is interesting. Let's just plug in a game and see how that goes. So I started Smash Bros really quickly and it seems to be working absolutely fine. So yeah, I don't see any issues, but I have a feeling because the left and right Joy-Con doesn't work, it's not going to let me use the right stick. So if I just try and do Smash and just see what happens. I mean, the controller's working, so I don't have a problem with that. It's just a shame this one isn't charged enough for me to test properly, but yeah, these work. Now let's move on to the next one. So this one is from Amazon. So the other one was from eBay, this is from Amazon. This is slightly more expensive, but I feel like you guys will enjoy this one even more. So this again, it's the same brand, but this costs more money. And it's the Pikachu edition, or the Pika edition is what they call it. And again, it's the same language everywhere used, so it has to be the same company. Now on here it says Evertost Consulting Limited. And interestingly enough, on here it doesn't say anything. So yeah, it's a bit weird of how they're doing this, but let's just quickly take these ones out of the box and see what's included. So this one comes with a different booklet, which is weird. And this comes with the 2 additional controller grips, so that's very interesting. So let's put that to the side for a second and let's get the controls out. So let's see, this looks really nice and it's very interesting because look, it's very see-through. See the motherboard, it looks very nice. These one, I'm definitely keeping these. This one looks very good, and these are again, as I said, imitation ones. They're not real, they're fake, they're knockoffs. Both of them, they look absolutely beautiful. Now the light one, obviously I did try and test this earlier, so I am semi-aware, but look at that looks beautiful. I love how these look, and these only cost 20 quid. You can see the battery inside as well, so yeah. 20 quid knockoffs compared to the 70 you paid to Nintendo. It's an absolute joke, isn't it? So let's plug these in to the Switch. So when we plug them in, what do they show up as on the Switch? Let's just go to controller. What does it recognize it? So it recognizes it as a grey controller. So it recognizes it as a grey controller, which is interesting. I guess it's because it thinks it's grey, but again, let me close the game, and then we'll restart the game and see how that goes. But yeah, it's really good quality. It looks amazing. Look at that. It's obviously without Nintendo's permission, I'm pretty sure, because if Nintendo released something like this, my god, they'll probably charge you £100 for these. But this looks incredible. I really like these ones. 20 quid, not a bad deal. So let's disconnect and see how they phase in the wireless mode. So we've got the controllers connected, and let's kick off the switch, and let me just turn the volume down just in case I get some sort of strike come through the channel. So let's turn that off fully. I don't want any strikes to be happening to us, that's for sure. And it's just gonna wait and wait and wait. I don't know why this game takes forever to load, but hey, this hardware is now, what, 7 years, 8 years old? It's crazy to see. It released back in 2017. Yeah, it vibrates. It vibrates much better than the originals. So, see? So this all works absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm happy with these. These knockoffs, 20 quid, guys. Vibration is great. Knockoffs aren't a bad way to go. And if we, it works. Everything works as expected. So, knockoffs, absolutely worth it in my opinion, especially the ones from Amazon for 20 quid. Get them when you can, guys. Absolutely worth it. So, what's the verdict? My verdict is get knockoffs. Instead of paying Nintendo 70 quid for these, knockoffs are way better, and they're only cheaper as well, and they do everything what you want and last longer. So for me, knockoffs, these ones are the best ones, but you can't go wrong. And guys, if you enjoyed it, please continue subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.